Hello, everybody. Oops. My speaker's on. Hey, everybody, it's me. It's Andy, Decayed Andy here. Just need to set up Discordio. Boom! Hey, everybody, it's me. Oh, wrong screen. We should be here. It's Moonbase 2 day. Moon Poop 2, where we're pooping and talking about Transformers, because that's what we do here. I see Daddy in chat. Hello, Daddy. How do the Daddy do? Do the Daddy do the good? You've been playing more Final Fantasy? You've been playing Baldur's Gate? You haven't actually said if you've done any Baldur's Gate recently. You must have. I've been decorating my house. Like, in a video game? Like a video game house or like a big boy house? I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3 every day. Damn, son, you not finished it? Damn, son. Oh, okay, yeah, your Final Fantasy house. That makes more sense. That makes way more sense. I'm like, Daddy decorating? Sus. Sus, I'm gonna call bullshit. That doesn't sound quite right. Daddy said, oh, I'm doing Final Fantasy house. That makes more sense to me. I'm like, okay. Okay, I'm on board with that. Hang on. I've got to turn down the heating. Otherwise I'll get another headache. Okay, there we go. There we go. Had to get it done. If I didn't, I'd get another headache. If the heating's turned on in my house and it gets too hot in a room, I get fucking atrocious headaches. And I had one earlier on in the day. And with my radiators in the house, what I have to do, because my radiators are like 30 years old, like legit, not like I'm exaggerating, they're 30 years old. We have like the little nozzle, we pop it off and it's just plastic. I don't have any of those close by, so I've got to use just like big pliers to turn the little nipple on the radiator to turn it off. It's kind of rough. Heating, I'm sitting here with my top off with the window open. Yeah, I know. You got to remember though, Daddy, the house has to be warm for old people. Thermostat, yeah, I mean, again, it would be fine, but my granddad is in the other side of the house where the thermostat isn't, and if my side gets way hotter than his side of the house, so if I have to be aware of that to make sure that the heating doesn't turn off for him. Otherwise, cold is not good for old people. Old people die in the cold, so you got to make sure that your old people are warmed correctly. If you know what I'm saying. It's like roasting a turkey. Sometimes when I've been out and he's had the heating on, I come into the house and I'm like, Jesus Christ. And I'm just like ripping my clothes off and it feels like I'm on fire. Oh, winter can be rough. I love me some cold. Yeah, you won't do when you're like 70, Daddy. When you're 70, you'll be like, man, if I get this cold, I'll die. I wasn't lying when I said I'm topless with the window open. Yeah, I mean, that's a bit weird, Daddy, to be fair. I mean, it is about 7 degrees or so. But, maybe you should just move to, like, Iceland. No, Greenland. Greenland is the cold one. Iceland is the green one. Just stupid when you think about it. 3C for you. You're not that far down south, Daddy. What the hell? What the hell, Daddy? 3 degrees? Trying to find out where that is. Where is 3 degrees? How am I 7 degrees and you're fucking 3 degrees? That's crazy. Looking on the map now. 3 degrees. Somewhere in Wales, it's 3 degrees. It's not on the coast. Where else is 3 degrees? Where Dis? If you lived in Dis, Daddy, you'd be in 2 degrees. Dis. I've near heard of Dis. Near London, no wonder I haven't heard of it. Probably a shithole. No offense, people from Dis. Oh, it's 6 degrees now. Oh, well, that's why you had to take your top off, Daddy. it doubled in temperature, so you're going to be sweating. Hey, Big D. Had to swap my shorts for jogging bottoms today. Bit nippy. Apparently not for Daddy. I'm in Manchester and Birmingham. I'm in between Manchester and Birmingham. Oh, I'm sorry, Daddy. You have my sympathies. Where's Birmingham? They don't even have Birmingham on the map. I can see that. How on the Microsoft weather report do they not have Birmingham? Is it just because they don't like Birmingham either? Because I can respect that. I can respect not enjoying Birmingham. Yeah, they've got Manchester, and then they got Newcastle upon Lyme, which I've never heard of. Wolverhampton. Ugh. It's a rough place too. No thank you, sir. No thank you. Does anyone like Birmingham? I don't, maybe. I'm sure there are like some people that might like Birmingham. I've never met anyone who's been like pro Birmingham, but you know, maybe there are a few. I don't know. Big D. I mean, most of the folks trying to ignore Birmingham. Yeah, most folks try to ignore Birmingham. Yeah, no, I agree. Places like London, the best tip you can ever get from an old person or older person: don't live in the cities. Don't live in the cities. Live about an hour from a city if you can help it. The more country you are, the happier you'll be. That seems to be the general discretion of things. Newcastle upon Lyme is near my town. Is it? Oh my god. Oh my goodness gracious. That doesn't even... It sounds like an... I want to know what came first. What did Newcastle upon Tyne come first? Or did Newcastle under Lyme come first? It's not upon Lyme either. It says on the map here, under Lyme, which is stupid. Under Lyme? What does that even mean, under Lyme? Look at it. Under Lyme. Fuck does that mean, under Lyme? Newcastle upon Tyne. That makes sense. Under, what's a lime? A lime. What? I mean, I know what a lime is. Lime. It's a fruit. It's a shit fruit that you put in a drink and makes the drink worse. What? But what's that? I don't understand. I don't understand. Places are stupid. It's handy for conventions. No, I think it's only handy for conventions because they don't put them in other places, Big D, to be fair. If they could put conventions not in cities, I would be happier. But that's just me. Our Newcastle is tiny. It isn't even a city centre. So why the fuck is it on this weird map? Why is it on here? That's so weird. I always... all just ways of saying it's near a river, probably. A river probably called River. River. What's your favorite river? My favorite river is River, of course. Oh yeah, mine too. Love River. This is all pre-banter, obviously, before we start doing proper pooping, which is fine. This will be the first official Moonbase without Mikey. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. No Irish influence. So that's maybe a good thing, I suppose, you know. Proper British podcast, in it, lads. Ooh, fucking England. Ooh, lads. Ooh. something, God save the king, etc., etc. River Avon translates to literally river. Yeah, but at least Avon sounds cool. It sounds a bit like Avalon, you know, Arthurian legend. So that's kind of cool, you know. Avalon's neat. It's a neat sounding word. I'm down for that. Even if it just translates to mostly river. Yeah, if Avon is river, what's Avalon? Is that like holy river? Super river? Is it big river? Massive, tremendous river. It's massive, tremendous river. Believe it. Oh man, I don't know why. When I said believe it there, I just thought I would start rewatching Naruto if Naruto was dubbed over by Donald Trump. I think that would be a very interesting show. I think that would be he's how you get old man Andy to go back to Naruto. Oh, Boruto, there we go. Boruto shit, no one likes Boruto. Get him recast as Donald Trump. There we go. I'm down for that. I think that'd be fun. You might not like him politically, but you can't tell me that you wouldn't be more interested in watching Boruto if he was voiced by Donald Trump. You can't tell me that wouldn't be interesting to see. Be hilarious. Yu-Gi-Oh! Narrated by David Attenborough. Yeah, that'd be good. I'd be down for that. Oh, there's some people who are doing like AI voices and stuff like that, and they use David Attenborough's voice. I think the person that does the Asmongold clips is doing the David Attenborough stuff, and it's kind of funny. It's like, it's clearly not the man. It's clearly an AI voice, but it's like, oh, you know, it's It'll be nice to hear that lovely dulcet tones, even unfortunately when he will go, because, David Attenborough has to be like 90. He has to be like 90. AI voices are great. They'll only get better. They're dangerous, though. I can see why people are like afraid of AI voices in a lot of ways, because it probably will cause many issues in the future. But we don't need to worry about that now. That's future Andy's problems. That's not current Andy problems. That's for the future voices in my head. That's fine. Glastonbury True is supposedly the Isle of Avalon. Would you believe? Oh, see, I only know of I can't remember its name, but I know of the Warhammer 40,000, the Warhammer fantasy place where Be'lakor goes to or lives on. Daddy should know it too, because that's the Avalon Island. I can't remember in Total War Warhammer. Will be a sad day when we lose that gem of a man. Yeah, 100%. I mean, his brother's gone, and his brother was pretty cool as well. He was what was his brother's name? Something Attenborough. It was dude from Jurassic Park. He was pretty cool too. He had a good voice, apart from when he was trying to do a Scottish accent. Does anybody remember that? Does anybody remember in Jurassic Park when he's doing his his Scottish accent at the start, and then like they get to the island and it's pretty much dropped? Richard Attenborough, that's the one. That's the sausage. Thanks, Big D. Yeah, Richard Attenborough. Weird. You don't know Sisters of Avalon? No, it's not the Sisters of Avalon. It's a little island, I think, that Be'lakor starts on the Mortal Empires map. It's like really close to the Norska. There's probably only like 2 settlements on it or something like that. It's that one. That is, I'm pretty sure that's meant to be Avalon, or like its equivalent, but from the Warhammer perspective. Because if you didn't know, push his glasses up your nose. Estalia and all that stuff is just like Spain and Italy and all that job. Pretty cool. Albion, that's it. It's called Albion. Yeah, Albion in Warhammer Fantasy Battle. That's the one. Is literally the British Isles. That's the one. Thanks, Big D. See, we got Big D here for the Warhammer info, if you needed any. Because I don't retain any of that. Oh! I know Daddy doesn't care, but Big D, it probably hasn't been announced. I don't think Gruff cares if I say. We should be doing a Fluff and Hammer, I think, on Tuesday, perhaps. I think perhaps Tuesday. We'll be putting out a Fluff and Hammer, so you can, if you like, you can slide on by and listen to us talk about what was shown yesterday, whenever it was, the whole new figures and whatnot. I might make a random suggestion for Fluff and Hammer. Oh my goodness gracious, what would you suggest? What's Daddy's suggestion? Is it like to talk about sexy female elves? Because I'm twist my fingers. I guess we could talk about that. Not really into talking about sexy naked dwarves. That's not really my jam. But yes, I am. Yes, I am that weird intersection between archaeology / mythology and Warhammer Fantasy Battle. Well, that's a good place to be. To be honest, that's a fun place to be. A Warhammer themed D&D campaign. I think Gruff has planned that, but the problem with Gruff and plans is Gruff has many ideas. Gruff has many plans. Gruff misses the one vital thing he needs, though, and that's time. Gruff has no time. Gruff has a family. He has a shitty job. He also has painting to do. He also has podcasts to run. He also has the constant flow of new content on both his channel, which, the Fluff and Hammer channel, and doing the Discord, or helping out now and again with the Discord and all that stuff. Gruff doesn't have the time. I know he wants to set up a D&D style kind of doodad, but whether he has the time or not, I think that's another matter. Big D, I might slide into the stream for the Fluff and Hammer. Not a Fire Slayer fan. No, the Fire Slayers are shit. The Fire Slayers have been shit since the release of Age of Sigmar. They've always been shit. You've heard me talk about how shit they are on the Fluff and Hammer as well. They've got no decent units. They're crap. They all look lame. We've even talked on the Fluff and Hammer how to make them cool. It's just make them rock elemental lava people, not just naked dwarves with big long beards covering their cock and balls. I don't think that makes for a cool aesthetic. I am the old world nerd for Warhammer. I mean, you're in there, Daddy. I'm not sure how dank of a nerd you are. You know, if I'm gonna gatekeep it, if I'm gonna stand out the gate, because if I'm gonna stand outside the gates of the old world, I wouldn't be allowed in either. I could be a gatekeeper, but I wouldn't be allowed inside personally. I know bits, but I don't know enough to be let in. But I could maybe look through a little window and go, you kind of come up behind me and try and look, and I'd just push your head away and fuck off my window. Yeah, I get to look in, but you don't. Big D, I mean, give it 10 to 12 years when JoJo's more independent and Gruff will be golden. Hopefully. But then you got to remember, he'll be a teenager. And teenagers are shit. Everybody's like, but you were a teenager. I was shit. You were shit. Every person who's a teenager will be shit. That's just how it is. Teenagers are not the greatest people in the world because, you know, hormones are going crazy. They're losing their minds, which makes sense, but doesn't, you know, you understand where they're coming from. You're like, Jesus, man, it's terrible. Daddy should be right at home amongst the Fluff and Hammer then. Yeah, I mean, Daddy, are you on the Fluff and Hammer Discord? I can't remember. Not much for AOS. You don't know anything about AOS. Get out of here. What do you know about AOS, Daddy? 40k is okay. But my old world is my shit. Yeah, the old world's sort of coming back. Not on the Discord. No. If I was aware how to do it, I'd send. Oh, Big D, you're on my Discord, right? Yeah. You can send Daddy the link on the over the Discord if you like. That's probably the best. You can't really send it in chat. I know about AOS. From what I want, I know it doesn't tickle my balls. Oh, the minis are cool. I don't know a huge amount about the lore. There are a few decent books, though, for it as well, to be fair. I don't know. You know what? We should probably get into Transformers. I think 20 minutes of just preamble, bit of talking here and there, it's fine. Should probably get on and talk about some motherfucking Transformers, because there's a bit of news. There's a bit of news to go. So Lair? Yeah, okay. Let's play some fucking music, and then we can poop. I'm going to play gotcha games. Thanks, Daddy. Enjoy your gotcha. Get those waifus, baby. Okay, music time.
Welcome to Moonbase 2.
Everybody, it's me, it's Andy, Decade Andy here, back for another Moon Poop 2 podcast where I release my anal beads and all of the goo that's stored up inside me throughout the day gets released into the toilet bowl of your ears. Or something. It made more sense in my head when I started, and then it just kind of got away from me, but that's okay. That's why I don't have Mikey, my muse, to make fun of anymore and look at my desk and make a combination of things to wrap around Mikey with. There's none of that, so I've just got to go with toilet bowl humor. Why not? So, Transformers news. It's happened again. We got technically 2 weeks of Transformers news, believe it or not, because we did some toy talk last week. That was deliberate, by the way, so we could buffer up the amount that I could talk about this week. It was a big brain third-party strat, if you would. We're going to kick off with everybody's favorite crappy, shitty news, or the kind of tatty news, if you want to go that way, because Transformers are crossing over with Irregular Choice Clothing. The name of their brand is apt, I suppose. We got some clothing line details. Ooh. Okay. In all, there will be 27-piece. There will be a 27-piece collection. But right now, we've got info on and pics on 2 pairs of boots and 2 bags. So there's still apparently a lot left to cover if you are desiring clothing from Transformers variety-themed things. So we can have a look at the 4, have a talk about them, I suppose. It's described in the article here as all very colorful versions with fully incorporated Transformer iconography into the designs. Oh my god! Today, Hasbro and Irregular Choice tease out vibrant pieces of the new collection. There is more than meets the eye. There's more than meets the eye with these Transformers themed ankle boots. Ankle boots? I didn't know that was a thing. Aren't they just boots? No. Oh, well, fair enough. Inspired by the scheming Decepticon Starscream, they feature a removable... We're going to get into this bit because it's the weird part. They will feature removable jet wings on the sides of the boots, emblazoned with the Decepticon logo. Oh my goodness gracious, emblazoned. Once converted, these lightweight boots are the 80s color layering dream. Lace them up and join the battle. Note, I don't think they are inspiring you to go and commit crime. At least I hope they're not. Hope they're not inspiring you to wear these to war. I'm not sure how well they'd hold up. Maybe they'd be great. I just personally wouldn't promote that myself. There's an Optimus Prime bag. The one and only Optimus Prime is front and center on this bold bag. It's not just a bag. It's bold, stylish. It's dazzling. I don't know any other adjective words that you could really use for a bag. I'm not really a bagman myself, but, fair enough. Whereabouts was I there? With Optimus Prime inspired colors and details, there will be no mistaking which side you're on when you carry this handbag down the street. And then get robbed. Poppers, fasteners, this hinged doctor's style. I thought it was a handbag, not a doctor's styled bag, but okay. A doctor's style bag with 2 internal pockets and contrasting lining. Ooh boy. Big D says the lonely side. You might be right. There's no mistaking which side you're on, the lonely side, yeah. Yeah, this. I have a feeling this is this is your go away, single ladies. I don't want you around me. That it's that kind of bag. It's like, no, I'm not interested in dating. Thanks. Music to my ears bag. That's a weird sounding one. Retro Soundwave inspired Transformers bag that can be worn as a handbag or a clutch. All right. A clutch, and features an awesome glitter-filled gel pouch. Oh my goodness gracious! On the front, along with the cassette tape controls. The 80s arcade game-inspired pattern includes the Autobot and Decepticon logo pixel art under a magnetic popper fastening to reveal the contrasting plush orange lining. All right, well, fair enough. We'll have a look at the images in a minute. Don't you worry. I know the anticipation is gurgling beneath the surface. Autobot. That's all it says here. Autobot. Heroically high-heeled boots with a hidden platform. That makes more sense to ladies that wear these kind of boots, or men, I suppose. Not to me. Perfect for any Autobot fan. These streamlined and fierce motorbike boots are decked out in bright red and yellow, offset with a matte grey detailing. Oh, it's Hotshot colors, effectively, right? Hotshot from Armada. The Autobot logo back means it can easily be pulled on or off, and are comfortable to move around in. So pop them off and let's get going. Wow. A little bit cringe detailing, product description, but they're trying their best. We don't have many images, so looking at the Starscream boot, it looks like a boot, and then just 2 big bits of plastic are just jammed on the side of the shoe, or on one side of the shoe. Maybe that's it. Maybe the big wing part is jammed on one side of the shoe, and then there's another wing on the other side of the shoe. It is wing-shaped. It has a Decepticon insignia, and it has 2 null rays on. That's horrific, says Big D. Yeah. The colors on the shoe, mostly hidden, seem to be foily metallic colors. So there's a metallic-y blue, there's a metallic-y rainbow-ish color. I'm pointing, if you're watching the stream, I'm pointing at it with my mouse. It's rainbowish. It kind of goes from turquoisey, then to blue, then to yellowish, and then to another color down here. And there's a gold color, a deep metallic gold, a deep purple gold, and then a silver gold as well. It's a design. It's a design. It will get people's attention, and like I say, they will rob you. That's fine. We have the Autobot high-heeled shoe, which I don't know much about high-heeled shoes, but I've never seen a high-heeled shoe that has like boot grips on them. You know how you get mountain boots and they've got those very distinct shapes to the sole on the bottom for grip. It's got that, but for the high-heeled shoe. It's interesting. I would not recommend anybody tries to go mountain climbing or any kind of heavy walking in boots with a high heel. I personally wouldn't do it. But the choice is yours. The colors, I guess, are... Is it less egregious than the Starscream one? It's more in your face. Like, because it said you could pop the wings off the shoe, right? This you can... I think it's... No, you can't pop the Autobot insignia in. This is all elastic, I think. This is all kind of elasticy, so you pull this back and then you shove your foot into the boot, I suppose. So I think the Autobot insignia is stuck on there. So you're definitely a super nerd and you can't hide your shame, if you have any. There's a reason I threw on Patrick and Patrick from SpongeBob and threw these onto his feet, because I thought they were appropriate even. The Optimus Prime bag, it's fine. It's fine. I don't see adults carrying this around. And then, you know what? I think the best one's the Soundwave bag. It looks like something a kid would take to school, I suppose. This is the thing. All of these things, all four of these items, apart from the stripper heel shoe, I would say all of these three, apart from the stripper heel shoe, would not be too bad if I was 10 years old. These will be overpriced and silly, but for a 10-year-old to have shoes like this, I'd be pumped. These remind me, the Starscream shoes remind me kind of like, I don't know what they were called. The shoes that had the lights in the heels of them. I don't know if they had a special name. It gives me those kind of vibes, but it'll probably be way more expensive. It'll probably be silly money. But that's the kind of vibe. Like, you'll take this wing off because it just won't be practical to walk around in them. Or you'll have them on day one and then you'll take them off and never use them again because they'll probably be uncomfortable. Because the wing, I don't know how well this is going to work, but is this going to like go into your calf muscle or the backs of your legs when you're moving? I don't know. It could do. And the two bags, again, they're fine for like a young kid. Again, I would feel a little bit cringe if I saw anybody my age, 35, 20 onwards. If I saw anybody with anything like this, I'd go, ugh. I'll be slightly sexist. If I saw a lady have any of these things, I'd be a bit more like, okay, fair enough. If I saw a guy have any of these, I'd be more like, come on, guys. Come on, guys. You have this at home. Wear these for conventions, maybe. But yeah, this is please rob me kind of territory. Exelhead says, so the pair of Seeker boots will come with 4 null rays. I guess so. You'll have 2 on one foot and 2 on another, I assume. This is the problem with only showing us the basic images here, not a huge amount. Because I wanted to see the fluffy orange interior of the Soundwave bag. That's what I wanted to see. I'm guessing this is the goo pouch as well, this bit here. I actually thought it would look more like Soundwave's cassette thing, so you'd have big old buttons to press, but I guess not. Clothing-wise, is anybody in chat wanting to pick up these items? Did any of these tickle you? Did anyone want to wear the high-heeled shoes to strut your stuff around town, or the Starscream boots? I was going to say to glide off a mountain with. I would not recommend using the Starscream shoes as gliding apparatus. I don't think it is wise. Moonbase 2 statement. Do not endorse. Throwing that out there. Kaz says, depending on how much these are, possibly only men and women dash children. Only men and women dash children will be these. Yeah, that's a thing. I don't know how much these cost. We can go to their site. Oh, wow. Those spooky boots with stripper heels on them, but with skulls in them. Like, this is a joke, right? The joke is, like, I can't remember what it was, where it was it was stripper heels and the sole of the shoe was translucent and they had fish in them and the fish were dead. That's the vibe I get from this, but with little tiny skulls. How much are the ghost shoes? Oh, good Lord, no. No, why is this so much? Oh, they're on... chat, they're on sale. Time to buy some spooky ghoul boots. If you want the said spooky ghoul boots that I was mentioning looked a bit like stripper shoes, they're on sale. They are on sale for £207. Not dollary dues, mind you. Pounds. UK British sterling. Lord have mercy. These are not for children. These are definitely not from children. They were 239 sterling. Last pair. So it looks like you can get them in 36, 41, and 43. Sorry, 36 to 43. I'm not a foot fetish kind of guy, so I do not know what that means. Because, like, men's shoes I get are like 12. Is that right? Is it American 12? I can't remember. I think it might be like British 8, American 12. I can't remember. I don't care. I don't buy shoes enough to justify looking at these frequently, you know? Is there themes? Collections. Oh shit, they've got dragons, Halloween, Sanrio, I don't know what that is, Concept Heels, Bed and Roses, Irregular Choice, Care Bears, we're going to click on Justice League, and Iconic. Let's click on Justice League. So Justice League has old school Batman, Jesus Christ. Another high-heeled shoe, 270 with Batman and the Joker on. The bag, which looks like a similar Doctor's bag to the Transformers one, so this might give us an idea of how much the bag might be. 175. Wow. Fashion is expensive. Wonder Woman, very old Batman, very old Joker. The fucking Flash shoes, man. Jesus Christ, look at them. If you wondered, chat, if you're not watching on stream right now, the heel of the Flash shoe is a giant pow effect where the heel is. I didn't mention it before, but is that what the Batman one? Oh no, it was a pow and a blam for the heel. It's certainly a style. It is certainly a style. The Soundwave bag as a lady's clutch bag would work as a slightly nerdy piece of apparel, but the rest, good lord, I agree. How much? Thanks, Andy. You've reminded me why I don't buy clothes unless I really have to. Same. You know where you buy clothes from? Asda. Walmart. Cheapo clothes shops, whatever. I'm not a fashionable guy. I'm a nerd. My money goes elsewhere to more important things like plastic toys. Obviously, Lamau. So spending money on clothes this expensive just feels abhorrent to me. It just feels wrong on so many levels. But some people love buying clothes. Just not Andy. Sanrio is Hello Kitty and Retzko. Oh, hang on. Do they actually have Retzko? That might be cool. It won't be Retzko. Sorry, a Gretzko. It won't be a Gretzko, will it? Collections. It won't be a Gretzko. No way. Hello Kitty. No, if it was a Gretzko, I would give them a little bit of props if they had a Gretzko stuff in. Just because you could have had the screaming shoe. That would have been quite cool. But no sausage. So here we go. Expensive clothing. They're coming. 27 pieces. These are four. 4 of 27. So we've got 23 other bits of clothing left. Are you as excited as I am? Sure you are. I'm sure you are. Well, even more exciting news. Everybody loves Funko piss. I mean, pops, don't they? Well, New York Comic Con 2023. I'm just checking the calendar. I don't think it's happened. That's January, right? Well, they're coming out with a Funko Pop Freddy Funko. Who the fuck is Freddy Funko? Is Freddy Funko the Funko Pop mascot? Fucking Freddy Funko. Alliteration works, I suppose. He's going to be coming out as Soundwave. Oh, I know you're excited for fucking Freddy Funko. He's coming, boys. Oh, even better. These are going to be limited to New York Comic Con. Whoop-de-poop. You can get a fucking Freddy Funko in Soundwave regular colors. These will be limited to 4,000 pieces for the regular pleb. you know, you, the plebeian, the cheapo person who's like, oh, I just have the regular version. If you want to be the cream of the crop, the elite guard, if you would, you need to go for the fucking Freddy Funko Soundwave metallic version. Why, you ask? It's only limited to 500 figures, that's why. You want to be a big boy or do you want to be a little bitch with your 4,000 figures? 3,999 other people will have the regular Soundwave. Lame. Do you want to be one of 500 people? That's a limited tier of people. That's an elite class. If you get fucking Freddy metallic colors, women will want you. Men will be jealous of you. Money will fall into your lap. You'll become a successful VTuber. It's everything you could possibly want. I get. We have some images, I guess, of the other fucking Freddys. There's a Freddy zombie. We don't claim him. He's not one of our people. We reject Freddy fucking Funko. There's Atomic Freddy. Is that a Fallout reference? There's Freddy Bones, adjacent. We don't accept those guys either. Freddy, I'm sorry. Freddy Funko in a hockey mask. I don't know if he's meant to be like Jason or something. A standard zombie version. There's a blue purpley one. There's a Mysterio fucking Freddy. There's it says Atomic Freddy, but I don't know what the difference is. And then there's another skeleton. Skellington? Another one. There's another one. Oh, and there's Phil D. Graves. Oh, Phil the Graves. Fantastic. Well, whoopity-doo-dah. He's coming, boys. Why they do TF Funkos already? Yeah, but this one's limited. This one's a New York Comic Con exclusive. That's why it's important, Big D. Come on. Funko Pops are like Beanie Babies, but they can't even appeal to... Yeah, okay, Cass. I'll sell you on Beanie Babies, right? Beanie Babies had, I don't think they do now, had the amazing ability to spawn spiders. Because I don't know whether this was true, but I remember hearing many years ago that there were Beanie Babies that were filled with spider eggs, and years later, the spiders were exploding out of the Beanie Babies. Which is horrifying and funny. It sounds like something from the movie Arachnophobia, which is a terrible movie. I don't think it's very good. I think, actually, Arachnophobia is not a bad movie to watch as a young child. It feels to me more intense than Goosebumps and Are You Afraid of the Dark kind of show. But it's back in my day, we went from like, Are You Afraid of the Dark, Goosebumps to The Thing and Aliens and Evil Dead. It was a mild jump, one could say, in terrifying things. I think this one's a bit more of a gentle upwards turn. Arachnophobia, I mean. A little bit of a gentle upwards turn, personally. Arachnophobia, I wouldn't say it's scary. Unless if you're afraid of spiders, arachnophobia, scary. Otherwise, no. You know what's better than Arachnophobia? Eight-Legged Freaks. Because it's stupid. Eight-Legged Freaks is a fun, stupid movie. Fight me. I dare you. I get buying rare vintage toys in their box, but what's the appeal of keeping Funko Pops in the box? Well, I'd say, Kaz, why would you get a Funko Pop out of the box? It doesn't do anything. You get as much out of it in the box as you do out of the box, at least in my opinion. It's not like a Transformer where you can transform it and you can pose it and you can take fancy photos of it. A Funko Pop is just a crap statue, right? I get a fancy statue as well. Fancy statue, they look cool, they're a pain in the ass to dust, but they look really neat, right? And if they're like really cultured ones from Japan, you can take the clothes off of them. Boom. Very cultured. Chef's kiss. I would not want to take the clothes off of a Funko Pop. Definitely not. Not my cup of tea. What can I tell you? I haven't cared about Funkos outside of when they did the show Accurate My Little Ponies for Hot Topic. Oh, did they? Yeah. Fair enough. Well, I guess Hasbro's selection probably wasn't good at that point for My Little Pony, so I guess that makes sense. The new Space Marine Termies have the Storm Bolter and two halves. Oh. Might have to do a few as Wolfguard. Are you talking about Funko Pops? Oh, sorry, you lost me with the Funko talk. Okay, I was going to say, need to add both of those to my film watch-alongs. Really? I don't know. Eight-legged treats, yeah. Arguably more as in the box, as you can at least stack them easily. That's true. Are You Afraid of the Dark greater than Goosebumps? Yes, I would agree. From what I remember, Are You Afraid of the Dark was better than Goosebumps. I watched Goosebumps first, but then I watched Are You Afraid of the Dark. Fun shows as a kid. As a kid, a little bit spoopy too. A little bit spoopy. Some of them were spoopy. Some of them were shit. Some of them were just crap. But I think that's enough of fucking Freddy. Fuck that guy. Sorry, Freddy. You might be lovely. I am being cruel. Super 7. Show the Transformers Super Cyborg Clear Red Optimus Prime. It's another one, boys. It's the Optimus Prime mold, which they've used a few times, where you can take his boobs off and you can look at his internal things. The difference here is, instead of being an interesting color scheme, he's translucent. Woo! Yay! Everybody's favorite. Yeah, there's even a display that has Big Megatron, Big Optimus Prime, Big Dead Optimus Prime, which is the gray one, which is the shit one. There is the creature from the Black Lagoon. That's kind of cool, because you can see the creature of the Black Lagoon from the Black Lagoon. Of the Black Lagoon. No, from creature from the Black Lagoon. Right? Anyway, it's the creature from there. You can see his internal organs. There's another Megatron in silver colors. They all look crap. Wow, there's loads of them. There's a Dragon Sword and Bimblebee and a bat from G.I. Joe. Oh, wow, yeah, we get a close-up of the creature from. It says creature from the Black Lagoon. It's $85. God damn, these things are stupid expensive. Hang on. That means the big ones, the real big ones, are $395. Damn. I wanted to jerk me off for that much. Jesus Christ. Holy crap. I will say, creature from the Black Lagoon, I think it's kind of cool, probably because it's a bit more unique than seeing 5,000 Optimus Primes and Megatrons and Bumblebees. I wouldn't want one for $85. No, thank you. But he's got little lungs, he's got a stomach, he's got like his greebly sausages inside of him, and you can basically deglove him. If you don't know what degloving is, don't look it up. It's nightmarish. It's horrifying. I'll say it again. Do not look up degloving videos. If you do, that's you. That's a you problem, not a me problem. I've seen those things. They are not nice. You don't want that. $400? Heck no. I know, right? Goosebumps books greater than the Goosebumps. Oh, I mean, that's like saying just all books generally are better than their TV adaptations. There are very few exceptions, to be fair, Axel Hedge. It's a stupid thing to be frustrated over, but it bothers me that the katakana on the katakana. Sorry, I'm stupid. The katakana on the Super 7 Prime box doesn't say convoy. It actually says the Japanese. It actually says says convoy like an actual Japanese Prime would. Yeah. What? Can you read what it says, Kaz? What does it say? What does it say out of interest? No glove, no love. That's a different kind of fetish, Big D. If you want to see degloving porn, I'm sure it's there, but holy shit. It's nightmare fuel. Yeah, if you can decode this, Kaz, I'd be interested to know what it says. Does it say Optimus Prime or something like that? It just says Optimus Prime. Okay, I thought it probably would. That one's Optimus Prime. That one probably says Turanzo Rusant. Or whatever the Japanese word is. Usually, it's just Optimus Prime. I think that's how you kind of separate it, right, to make it sound like it's written. Takara has been really pushing Optimus Prime over Convoy. Yeah, I don't like that. It's Convoy. I wish Japan could get back to making cool versions of the Hasbro toys, guys. I'm sorry. I want the Legend stuff to come back. I want them to get a mold from America and go, wow, this is mediocre. Let's make it good. Like, imagine what they could potentially do with Shadow Striker. They'd look at Shadow Striker and they go, okay, the head's right. Nothing else about this figure is right. Can we remold stuff? Let's remold one of the legs to not be the same mold, right? Let's remold a leg so it's asymmetrical. It won't interfere with the transformation, but it'll be asymmetrical. Let's color it orange or some whatever her leg color was in Cyberverse. Let's maybe redo one of her arms as well. For example, they do something. They used to do fun things. You mean like Mega Empress and Co? Exactly. Like Mega Empress. If you remember Computron in Combiner Wars or Transformers Unite, I mean, Combiner Wars Computron was pretty crap. It was pretty crap. The Unite version was really good. I didn't buy it. I kept missing out on it because it was expensive, and then I kept looking at it on secondary market, and Computron got fucking expensive because it was really good. I don't think they did. I don't think Unite did Abominus. I think they just did a Generation Select for Japan release, didn't they? I have the Unite to be fair, Big D, I wouldn't be surprised if you said you had 10 Lucky Draw figures. If you don't have any Lucky Draw figures, Big D, I've got some if you want to buy some, because it seems like you're just missing a few things from your collection. I'm just saying, I'm just throwing it out there. But yeah, Super 7, more pull my boob off and look at my internal organs, Optimus Prime. This one will also be $85. It will be exclusive to San Diego Comic-Con. Sorry, New York Comic-Con. Same difference. 11 inches tall. Pee-pee poo-poo. All right, rock and roll. No, thank you. No lucky draw. Never appealed. Should. I'm just saying, Big D. I've got a few that you could buy if you really want. Anyone can buy my lucky draw figures. You know, it's not limited to Big D. I passed on all the John Warden era stuff. Oh, was there any reason, Kaz, that you passed on it? It's probably expensive to get now, but the Legends line from Japan, it slaps. It slaps. There was a reason why I barely bought anything from Siege, because I was sorely disappointed with the downgrade from, well, not Power of the Primes. Power of the Primes was crap. But I think there was a massive downgrade from Titan's Return. Massive jump down, personally. But yeah, Abominus just had a Generation Select box. I thought that was the case. I know that was the case for King Poseidon and God Neptune, which again I didn't get, which I probably should have. But they were some of them didn't look great. Ugh. I don't know. Did Takara lose the copyright for Convoy in Transformers, since the new Diaclone line did have a new Convoy? Oh, that's an interesting idea. That would be weird if they did lose a license to just say Convoy. I don't know, what goes into the Japanese era of like copyright. I know copyright law is really harshly patrolled in Japan, but I don't know what they have licensed up and what they don't. Yeah, the Legends Decepticon Target Masters were stunning. Still are. They're still really good. I found my, Siege Blowpipe? You know when Hasbro decided to randomly just do Target Masters? And I gave it to him for the first, my Trigger Happy for the first time, and I went, wow, Blowpipe is so much bigger than the Japanese Target Masters that were made in Japan. He's way bigger than them, and not nearly as good. It's kind of sad, but there you go. Orange says, the Warden era, even if way too G1 heavy, was GOAT of Chug eras. I really like that era. Like I said, until Power of the Primes, where they kind of dropped the ball, personally. Takara still releases new Prime products with Convoy on them, but it's exclusive for G1 and animated theme stuff, not movie or new stuff. Oh, thank you. There you go. Windblade into Slipstream was great. The only thing I wish, Big D, that they'd done with the Windblade figure from the Legends line is I'd wish they'd fixed the heel. They'd have to remold, I think, the entire leg, but I wish they fixed that heel. That's the only thing on that figure which I don't like. The heel is crap. It was a bad design to begin with, and it's still a bad design to this day. That's the only bad thing about that Windblade mold. It's the only thing I don't like about that Windblade mold. I passed on Prime Wars because it was mostly 84, 86 stuff with a lot of hit and miss combiners. That's not an unfair statement. That's not an unfair statement. I prefer the Target Master era. I mean, me and George talked about it last time. From there on, it's kind of where my goo begins. I know people don't like the Combiner Menasor now because the legacy one's out, but I still kind of like it. I like how those Combiner War figures handle in hand or feel in the hand. I think they feel good in the hand still. Big and chunky and clunky. The nice, good, solid toys. Even though they did reuse the molds, maybe they did reuse the molds way too much for repaints and stuff like that. And again, the Unite versions are just better. They're just better. Like I said before, the era of that era is just, did you get it from America? Yes. Did you buy it from Japan? Yes. Which is better? The Japanese one. Everything from Japan was just better. 100 times better. I don't think there was a release from Japan versus America where the American one was superior. I can't think of the case where that happened. Maybe there was like one or two, but the majority, whew, boy, oh boy. Agreed, I bought Slugsling and Misfire from Japan, but Trick Hat, yes, that's exactly the same thing I did. Yeah, I kept thinking, like, maybe I should buy a Trigger Happy, and then I saw prices go up and up and up and went, never mind. I bought an upgrade kit for Sideways for the heels. It was like a $5 and fixes right up for Shapeways. Oh, off Shapeways. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I bet that would be handy. Skyrain is amazing. I don't remember Skyrain off the top of my head. Combiner Wars Modemaster's heads looks like the Impossiburu meme. Yeah. I won't fight you on that. It's a funny comparison, but I'm not going to fight you on it. No. Absolutely, familiarity bred contempt, but Combiner Wars was the point none of us thought we'd get. Full updates to the G1 combined teams and some new ones. Yeah, exactly. And to be fair, the only one we have so far that's been surpassed, arguably, is Menasor. And even then, I think the Menasor now is more expensive than the Combiner Wars one. You know, because we had to buy Commander class, and then we had to have the 4 Deluxes. While with the other one, it was 4 Deluxes and a Voyager. It's just cheaper. So of course it was going to look better. It had way more money in it. Anyway. New Age toys show off the H49 Hammond, John Hammond, from Jurassic Park, which is, of course, G1 Wheeljack. Legends G1 Wheeljack. This is the first version of the figure. There'll be Slicer. Trying to think of other versions of Wheeljack. Slicer's the obvious one. I'm sure there are a few more. There'll be a translucent one, because, of course, there will be. You know, why not? What's he come with? This is the cartoon accurate version of Wheeljack. Yeah. He's legend scale. Yeah. Comes with gun, instant immobilizer, anti-hypnosis device. I think I've seen them in some certain books. And the rich arm of H45 Frankenstein. It's Frankenstein, not Frankenstein, which is the Autobot X figure. So, Wheeljack, I think he's okay. I'm not as wowed by him. Oh, exhaust. Thank you, Big D. I'm not as impressed by him as other releases. And I think it's his chest. His chest is really broad. There's just something about it. Vehicle mode looks quite nice. It looks like there's a bit of a distinction between the kind of pearly white of the car mode, and then clearly where they've had to paint translucent blue, paint that white, or try and get that translucenty white. There's a clear difference. It's like on Hasbro toys when you have a Bumblebee and it's yellow, and then it has the translucent blue painted yellow. It's that kind of ugh. So it's to me that's a bit on the wobbly side visually. I think I prefer Iron Factory's take. That's an old one, ain't it? Megatronia should have had an international release. She did, Exelhead. It was called oh fuck, what was the name? Victorion. There you go. We did get Megatronia. It was Victorion. Wasn't Victorion really cool, guys? Wasn't she great? Oh, that sucked. It sucked. Oh, maybe it meant the right arm rather than the rich arm for Autobot X. He also has tiny gun. Oh, the anti-hypnosis device is a little blue box, which I don't remember him having. I'm sure he did, though. Pee pee poo poo. Yeah, I don't know. This is the least impressive New Age release I've seen in a while. And I think it's just proportions. I think the proportions don't really do it for me. It looks like he might be on the smaller scale. Compared to the Dinobots, you know. Like, they show him flying next to the Insecticons, but I don't know if this is perspective or they've done digital editing, but it looks like he's similar size to them. I don't think that's the case, because he'd be super small if that happened. Maybe. Oh, shit. Him next to the Dinobots in Dinobot. Yeah, he is. He's smaller than Ratchet. Ah. I mean, if you're a size queen, this is your jam, because the Dinobots in dinosaur mode, they're towering over Wheeljack. Good lord. They're massive in comparison to him. Yeah, I mean, again, Wheeljack for me, I just kind of shrug and go, yeah. I don't care too much about Wheeljack. I'm afraid to say, obviously. Skyrain is the Skybite Combiner body. Skybite Combiner body? Oh, not Sky. You don't mean Skybite, you mean Skylinks. Yeah, you mean Skylinks, not Skybite. Yeah, okay, I'm on board. Yeah, Skyrain was shit too. I didn't like Skyrain. Skyrain was a fucking mess, and Hasbro decided to shit on us and went, there you go. We know you've been wanting him forever. Here is your, oh crap, the guy from Victory, the combiner from Victory, the Breastmaster guy. You know who I mean, that guy. He's fine. Victorian was cool in the comics. Her toy, not so much. No, her toys were tat. She was fine in the comic. Her toy was tat, though. Tat. No one cares for Victorian, Andy. Yeah. Some people did. Some people were really happy. But then they didn't know the glory of Megatronia, to be fair. Repro labels helped, but the Megatronia team being unique colors, each really slapped in comparison. Yeah, way more. That's that. I hate the excuse of just go to Repro labels, bro, to make the toy not suck. But I understand where you're coming from. Yeah, Wheeljack. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We'll move on. I don't need to talk about the Wheeljack anymore because we've got a good repaint. We got the New Age H57 Furrier Swoop. We got Swoop. It's the first of the two repaints. One repaint is shit because it's translucent. That's the H57V Furrier. It says G2. Oh, Toy Deco. New Deco. No, Toy Deco. Oh, it is the G2. It's the shit G2 one. They're classing the toy version as the G2 version. I would have just said this was the normal toy version. Maybe the stickers make it G2? Shrug? You can't see me shrugging. I am, though. He has a new head, so it's more toy accurate. Looks like they've chromed his wings. Looks like everything else is the same, unless the sword is new. Oh, no, the sword might be new. Either way, okay. The 57VG2... They have the same name, whatever. Okay. Toy Deco. He comes with a pair of extra hands, guns, and the stand. Sword is included instead of the missile launcher effect. Okay, so that's the new thing for that one. And then the other one, a sword is included instead of the launcher missile effects from the original release. Okay, it's the same thing. Okay, so he has, if you wanted his sword, this is the way you get his sword. Boring. I think we still need the translucent version. I mean, we don't need the translucent version, but we still got that to come. That's probably what I should say. The more impressive one, is this one. This looks way better. I have to go high-pitched. He's in metallic blue for his little legs. For his thighs, he's kind of a nice swampy goblin green for you Warhammer painters out there. It's not quite goblin green, but it's in that spectrum. It's a bit darker than goblin green, but not by much. And he looks way better. The beak for Swoop is translucent. I kind of wish it wasn't translucent. But I think this is a fairly interesting color scheme. It maybe could do with like some tiger stripes on it or blotches to really push it into G2 territory to go alongside with Grimlock. You might say, but it doesn't have it for the original concept art. Fair enough, but I think it would make it look cooler, in my opinion. But I think this looks good. It looks good. This is the fun repaint I was hoping for. We still got Shattered Glass, I suppose, to come with Swoop, but this is what we got so far. Using Skyrain for Lio Kaiser, that was a sausage maker. It was a bizarre decision. They could have used... maybe they didn't want to use Silverbolt again. Maybe they decided to go against using Silverball for, like you say, the millionth time. One of my friends is completely obsessed with the Torchbearers. I can safely say that someone definitely likes Victorian. There's always one person, you know? That's why there's people who like feet fetishes. There are people who like Victorian, and there are people that like feet. You know. I think these things might correlate in some way. Not going to point out how, though. So, swoop. Much better. Cooler. If you want to swoop, maybe the normal one's still, or the animation color one's still better. But I think this is a decent repaint. If you already have 500 swoops in your pocket, legend scaled, this could be a way of getting this mold and having a bit more of an interesting color scheme. And I don't think this has been mined out of just yet. So it's something new. Rock and roll. Pee pee poo poo. I'm good with that. Next up, Metal Gate G05 Red Fantasy. I think that's a porno. This is the Bumblebee Shatter triple changer that me and Mikey have talked about many times before, I think. So we're not going to spend too long on it, but we got the colored prototypes. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. Do you need a Shatter that does both modes? That isn't crap. But this looks like it's one of your only options. The jet mode always looked a bit janky. I think colored up, and granted, the way that they've lit this and it's on a black background is probably hiding a little bit of the jank. I think that looks okay. That looks fine. Car mode's still better, but it's a triple changer. You gotta be prepared. It has one good alt mode and one shit alt mode. That is the way of a triple changer. There are rare exceptions. Rare. They exist, but they are rare. But yeah, these looked really janky before when the plane mode wasn't colored. The plane mode now looks a bit more coherent. It's still a bit messy. I won't be like, it looks amazing. I can barely tell it's a Transformer. But I do think, let's use this as a comparison. I was talking about the virtue of the Legends line, right? Octane. The Octane mode goes from a okay tanker truck to a pretty crap plane, right? This is better than that. Granted, it should be. Different price point, third party. But you know what I'm saying. This looks more like a jet than that. It looks like a messy jet, but it doesn't look bad. And the robot mode looks good if you're into those designs. Oh, the cockpit opens up if you care. I don't. I'm not too fussed on that kind of jazz, but yeah. It's nice to have. I hate to say it because I hate to be that guy because I'm gonna be a massive hypocrite, chat, and people listening at home. I'm gonna be a massive hypocrite. Can we get a G1-ified version of Shatter and Dropkick? You know, I'm not a big fan of the Michael Bay designs. So can we get like G1 interpretation of these guys where we just simplify the design and make them more boxy? You know, Hasbro, you can push another female character this way, and I'd be okay with that. And it wouldn't be a remold of the one Elita 1 toy from Siege again and again and again, and it wouldn't be Slipstream again and again and again. So we could have maybe a uniquely molded female character in this one. How about that? That would be neat. Though I do always complain about them G1ifying most of the designs I like. I'm gonna be a hypocrite because I don't fucking care. I don't like the movies. Again, I'm shrugging. You can't see me. Shrug. Don't care. Make it G1. Make it G1. I dare you. I double deuce dare you. I double down doggy dare you to do it. Do it, cowards. I mean, that does look good for Shatter. Yeah, it's the best one. I think. I can't think of any others that would be better that do all three modes. There's a reason Victorian hasn't came back and killed the fan and killed the fan. Oh, there's a reason Victorian hasn't come back and hasn't come back and has killed. I assume you mean killed the fan built bots thing. Yeah, we haven't had one since Victorian. Kind of sad. I'm not sure how much control we ever had there, but I get your point. Astro Train, Blitzwing, and Sandstorm might be the trifecta of decent triple changes. Are we talking about original G1 cars, or are we just talking across the board? Because I need like to definitively go yes or no. I'd need to look through many things. You know, there've been a lot of triple changes over the years and many iterations of those characters. Many. There's a use for the Earth Legacy line. That'd be cool. I know, right? And it wouldn't be G1. Yeah. G1ified Shadow and Dropkick would be amazing, and we could always use more G1-ish triple changes. That's true. Oh. That would be neat. Trying to think of the... If you're not making them directly into the movie stuff, it might be easier to do it. It should be easy to do because you wouldn't need to worry about doing all the detail or the goobly gabble parts of them. Yeah, if you're making them just generally more boxy, it might work. Oh, you mean G1? Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, no, that's fair, Kaz. Yeah, G1. No, I would agree with you there. I was just thinking, but what about Broadside? Everyone's favorite triple changer. Broadside! I remember when the Titans Return Broadside was announced, and I was just like, but why? Why? And it was crap as well. They're like barely any good broadsides. I think Fans Project did a good broadside, but no one bought it because it's Broadside. No one fucking cares about Broadside. He's shit. Sorry, Broadside lovers. I'm gonna throw it out there. Did the pick the next Prime vote come before or after Victorion? Because it was hilarious how... Oh, no. It didn't kill it because we got the pick the versus pack, didn't we? From Siege, which was Impactor and Mirage, so somebody else. It was that one, and people weren't happy anyway. Because it was hilarious how Hasbro clearly wanted Star Saber to win, but Primal just ruffled top. Do you think that's why he had to be pushed to the what do you call it, HasLab stuff? Would we have got like Star Saber in standard line if he hadn't lost the vote? I wonder. Damn, someone has an unreasonable hate for Victorion. It's just a normal one. Just normal. The Torchbearers were in IDW2, so they've came back. Oh. Well, IDW is dead, so... And I didn't like IDW2. IDW2 is tat. I dropped it for a reason. I enjoyed Broadside just because of his size. If he doesn't have that, I don't care at all. Ergon, I think, was the weaponizer. Oh, okay. All right. Shatter. Not bad. Pretty good. Oh. Will my screen work here? I don't know if my buttons work here. Do they? They do. Okay, I can use my sound clips. I'll use this as well. Hang on.
I hate them, Gregory! I hate them all!
Who do I hate? I hate Fans Hobby Chat. I hate them. I hate them all. I do.
I hate them, Gregory! I hate them all!
Why do I hate them, you might ask? Well, because TFCon Orlando have shown the 2023 exclusive Fans Hobby figure MB23B Marksman or Talon from the Predators. You're a piece of shit, aren't you, Fans Hobby / TFCon? You're a dirty piece of shit. It's another one of my boys, the lads. He's going to cost $150 US dollars. If you want, can I find some decent images of him? We only have the one. Marksman. There we go. All right, so it is just using the Darkwing, whatever. The Buster body. It's not too bad of a choice. I didn't even consider that Buster's shoulder nipples could be turned into rockets. It's not exactly the same because Talon obviously was a very hunchy boy. His shoulders were basically up by his ears. He had no neck. His neck was basically embedded into his chest. But I think this is a fairly good choice to go with, to be honest. I might have gone with Snare myself, because it's an easy choice to go with there. Or maybe... No, I don't think you could have really gone with the other ones. The jet mode doesn't really look correct. He's got two guns that were gold plastic back in the day, and he has extra missiles. You can see the missiles on his jet mode have just been repainted green. They haven't been resculpted. It's a shame he doesn't come with more of the green missiles. But there's really no place to stick them on him unless new holes and pegs were drilled and poked into him, I suppose. not a big deal. But again, this jet, not an accurate representation of whatever fucking jet Talon was back in G1. Not the same jet at all. Doesn't look the same. Has the right color scheme. Not right, though. He also has a repainted version of Buster, the Godmaster. It comes with the toy, whatever. It doesn't work. I think they maybe could have done a bit more paint on him. He's a bit bland. He's mainly blue with a little bit of lime green, and that blue kind of mushes together a little bit too much. He needed a bit more. He needed some of the pink incorporated into it, I think, a bit more. But it's not like a reason to be like, I'm never going to buy this toy. The new head sculpt is really good. It's perfect for what they were going for. It's nice. I'll never get to own it because it'll be fucking expensive, and I don't have that kind of money. And, I'm obviously too much of a Chad to sell myself for toys. Oh, sorry, I can do this now. I forgot. I've got these buttons I can use now all the time. I'll need to use them. This guy is gorgeous. He is. Chug figure when Mark Hasbro. Yeah, I've wanted the Predators done, but I guess John Hasbro goes to the fucking Predators. I don't know. And I go, oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine. These guys are great Decepticon mooks. Yeah, they're really good. They have a great look to them. They have some interesting jet modes. They would require unique molding. That's probably why they don't want to get them done. If they were to be G1, the Dropkick would be a Springer repaint. Oh, I see what you're saying. And Shadow would be an Octane repaint. I don't like that idea, Excel Hedge. Not a fan. Yeah, more congruence is always good. Yeah, I would agree. I think this is good. I'm annoyed by it. I can't do anything about it. Let me lament, though. Let me lament in my pot of goo. My strange pot of goo. My annoyed goo. I'll sit there. Also, for TFCon Orlando, was one exclusive enough? No! You get 2 exclusives, says the Massives. Massives? Masses, not massives. I don't know if they're massive or not. It's the Mig Toys MTRM-EX07 Slipswarm. Who? Slipswarm. Slipstream. It's Slipstream. It's Slipstream. It is a redo of another one of their figures. It's going to be limited to 300 pieces. I assume Talon's limited as well. I'm sorry I didn't get the numbers on that. This one's going to be $160, which was just Slipswarm. Let's have a look at Slipswarm. Oh, there's only one image of her. Never mind. I don't think this one is as good. It's using a ramjet body, not Starscream. It's got not ramjet, thrust. It's using the thrust wings. My bad. And it does have a new head. It's hard to really see the head. They've got it at an angle where the tip of the nose cone, the back of the nose cone, where the top of the chest would be, is kind of covering some of the face. I would say it doesn't look very slipstreamy. It looks more like Femgirl Starscream to me, more so than anything. So if you want a Femgirl Starscream, I guess this is one way to add that to your collection. But it doesn't really scream slipstream. It's not quite there for the face mold, I don't think. Not that I think people care too much. I'm sure this will do well regardless. I just think a better head to convey the character would have been better. Orange says, loves to see the late G1 figures represented in third party. Well, it's the only people that'll ever fucking do them. If they dive into G1 Micromasters, I'd actually start collecting third party figures. The Micromaster characters, though, not shrunken down normal size characters. I would only be interested in third-party Micromasters if they made them Micromasters. And they didn't overdo them with... I think the problem with Micromasters from Hasbro is they focus too much on articulation, and that's not the fun part of it. For me, that's not where the fun comes from with Micromasters. The fun from Micromasters comes from fairly quick, easy transformations and really interesting, unique designs and a vast array of different vehicles to play with and bases to offset them as well to play with. I don't want like highly articulated ball joints here, ball joints there, ball joints everywhere for very small characters. I don't need that. Maybe a little bit posable. A little bit more posable. You wouldn't need to go overboard. The simpler, the better for Micromasters, at least from my perspective. Slipswarm, you're coming. If anyone's going to TFCon, you can get her. I'd get Talon, though, over this one, personally. XM Studios, we have a G1 Prowl and a G1 RC statue, 1/10 scale. So they're... Oh my god, no, I saw the price. No. Sorry, I saw the price. Okay, so these are going to be limited to 149 units.
Wow.
There's also, and will also be priced a 1,599 Singapore dollars, which equates to 1,166 US dollars approximately. But also,
wow.
It's fucking expensive. The product size in centimeters, because why do things in inches? You know what? Let's cm to inches. Okay. 74, 36, 74, 36, 55. 74 centimeters is 29 inches. God damn. 29 inches. God damn. 36, 55. 36. So it's 14 there, and 55 is 21. So it's fucking big. It's not small. It is like you're paying a lot of money for it, but you're getting something that's like too big. This is for those collectors who I see have these massive display cases and have like 50 or 60 of these like huge Marvel, DC, anime statues, and that's their collection. And I've seen a few of them where they've dropped something and it just exploded. Yeah, that's big. It's got it with a prowl, but I assume this is like Masterpiece Prowl. He comes with a stick to beat down the masses, a police shield. That's actually quite cool, the police shield and baton. Kind of a shame we haven't had him with riot gear before. I'd like that for, actually Prowl toys in the future. It makes sense. He's a police officer. He also has goon. He has his shoulder goons as well. They are pointing directly up into the air. Face sculpt's not too bad. Not too bad. It looks a little old. Close enough to being Prowl. They've tried to keep it smooth, but adding cheekbones to him. He's got some really prominent cheekbones. It looks not bad. It's movie-esque design, Bumblebee movie-esque design. Oh my god, he's got a face shield too. That's pretty cool as well. Not 1,600 cool, but neat, pretty neat. His base is not bad. It seems like it's a bit of Cybertron. He's standing on a runway or something, which is nicely detailed as well. Yeah, if this was Movie Prowl, I'd be all right with it, design-wise. Man, it's not just a face mask. It also has, like, gas canisters on the side of it as well. No practical reasons. Transformers don't breathe, but it looks really good. Yeah, this is a really solid movie-designed Prowl. I'm shocked. When I first saw this, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna hate this. I'm gonna be like, yeah. Then I saw the price and was like, oh, I'm definitely gonna hate this. And I do hate the price. 100% hate the price. The price is absolutely ridiculous. Insanity, even. But, it looks nice. Order Trooper Prowl. Yeah, kind of. I think you got it on the head there, Axel Hedge. I think that's the mask design that they were going for. 100%, you nailed it. Yeah, it's great. It's super limited, though. So again, we were talking about being a big boy. If you want to be a real big boy, you don't want fucking Freddy Funko, even the metallic version. You want one of these, because only 148 other people are going to have this statue. Don't you want to be cool? Don't you want the ladies to desire you for your Transformer collection statues? This will make their panties drop off in an instant. Like that. Like that. Moist. That's how good this will be. Guaranteed. No doubt about it. I don't think there's anything else to say. Oh, I'll read the statue features. Highly detailed sculpt featuring Prowl. Yep. Manipulate hand/arm switch outs. So you can just kind of figured that out because he's got alternate weapons. Riot gear mode with face shield, baton, and riot shield. Prowl's alternate mode. Oh, it's not the Masterpiece toy. He also comes with a car.
Wow.
Huh. I assume this was like for comparison. I'm guessing from the features, it's just he comes with this and he comes with a car. Huh. If I'm reading that right, I might be reading that wrong, but it says Prowl's alternate mode, so I assume that has to be right. He's got light up eyes, crafted in polystone, which I think is the thing that you do for statues generally. Each painstakingly handcrafted statue is individually painted with the highest possible quality finish. Pog. The artist is, I'm not going to say the artist's name. I'm sorry. They're very cool. Look at their work. It's very cool. I don't. Their name's very Bento. The rest of it, I just butcher. I don't want to butcher the person's name. I'm not going to do that. There's also the RC one, limited to 149, so same amount. This one is 1,299 Singapore dollars, which is cheaper. It is only 947 US dollars. I wowed too soon. My bad. What was the chat said? Hasbro done articulation on them badly though. They did. The Micromasters orange means the articulation on the new minicons is pretty good. I haven't bought any of them because they're exclusive and I find them too expensive, but they look nice. If anyone wants to buy me one, I'll tell you the one set. Excuse me, that I'm looking at. You know how I complained about the girl set, the Fracture, the Sniper, and the really crap repaint. I've actually got them on a wish list on Amazon. Because I'm keeping my eye out to see if they ever come down in price. If they come down in price, I might pick up that set because I really like the Javelin. It's Javelin. I might pick up the Javelin figure alone. And I technically don't have the crap mold from Siege that the other one's based off. But so I just, whatever. Yes, please, third-party Micromasters and Micromaster bases will be amazing. I think it might be shit. And they wouldn't even need to be that small for me. That's fair. I'd like to see it. We don't want his carnal unit to overheat, right? So he needs to breathe for that. Oh, all right, that's fair. Hella mass shifting for that car mode. Yeah, Soundwave, Megatron. Yeah, the snipers are gorgeous figures. Cascade, that's the name, is by far the best version of the Siege Chromium mold. Not high bar, I would argue, Orange. Like I say, I'm not spending $49.99 on it. I don't want to spend $25 per of those figures. If it comes down in price, I'll pick it up. Otherwise, I'll say no. It's kind of the same for me for Nova Prime. I'll pick up Nova Prime because I haven't picked up them all, but I'm not buying them full price. Anyway, RC statue. We'll read the features first before we look at the images. Highly detailed sculpt. RC on a Unicron-inspired base. 4 arms, 2 left arms, 2 right arms. All right, calm down, Goro. 2 heads. You can switch out the heads. Okay. RC's alt mode. Her eyes light up. Crafted. They've really half-assed this one compared to the other one. In terms of like writing it, painstakingly finished as well. Okay, so let's have a look at the RC. Damn, girl. Sheesh. I don't have a sheesh button, so I'll just.
Wow.
Sheesh. Yeah, she's looking good. Got a sniper rifle. She's got her visor head. And they've got a lipstick on real good as well. The Unicron-inspired base. It's hard to tell. If I hadn't read that it was Unicron, I'm not sure I would have guessed it was Unicron, to be honest. Her arm's in different positions as well. She can have her left hand up to her ears or eyes. Ear, singular. Ear or eyes, I guess. Or she can have it kind of pointed forward. The sniper is either cocked at a 90-degree angle behind her, or she can have her pistol kind of cocked upwards, directly upwards. Again, the elbow bent 90 degrees, but, pointing up for the pistol in the air kind of effect. And that's a vehicle mode. RC without her glasses. I actually think she looks better with the glasses. Glasses or without? With glasses, without glasses. With glasses, without glasses. With glasses, without glasses, with glasses. I don't know. The face, it still looks nice, though. It looks like she needs to apply some foundation because her face is cracking. Old age gets us all, boys. But, you know, that's obviously for the robot detail. It just looks strange because her face is so clean. Apart from, like, these two like robotic detailing parts, one going under her eye, and then one just on the cusp of where there's like the cheek indentation, I suppose. The visor works better than without with the glasses. Yeah. There's something about with the glasses on the head sculpt that just looks a little bit better. Usually I don't care for the glasses on RC, but it seems to work here. Damn, booty, yo. It is G1 inspired. It kind of looks... I think this looks like a better version of the Bumblebee RC aesthetic. The Bumblebee movie verse aesthetic. It's that, but taken more G1-y. I think this looks a lot better than that. This is, you know, if we could get this in movie form, I wouldn't be against it. And I don't think the writing would be saved. You know, that's a different question. That's a different story, obviously, altogether. But yeah, she looked good. This looks good. What would you more likely want on your desk if you had what was it? If you had $1,700 US dollars, which one would you go for? Would you go for the Prowl chat or would you go for RC? I'd go for RC, and I'd also have a load of money left over. Big brain. I'd have a sexy robot lady too. So, what do you think, RC or Prowl chat? Let me know. I'm interested. She looks good. Both of these really good. Very expensive. Looks like you're paying for some nice stuff though. Yeah, RC takes it. Yep, I would agree. And again, remember, chat. If I gave you $1,700, you'd also have a lot of money left over to buy whatever you wanted. So it's also a good call. Next up, we have Masterpiece Rhinox. We get some clear images of him. I'm shocked these aren't rumored images. But yeah, Rhinox is here. We get images of his goo. Let me read the details here, and then we can look at the stuff. He's close to the CGI model. He's got his twin chain guns compatible with MP Cheeto's gun, as seen in the show, so he can hold Cheeto's gun. All right, cool. Other accessories include his angry face. To top it all off, we also have extra images of the beast mode, angles of the head. There's a few other accessories that they don't talk about. We'll have a look at those later. He's coming out in June next year. He's going to be 3,500 yen, or 35,200 yen, which is 235 US dollars, give or take. So let's have a look at the picture. Look at the picture. Very nice and metallic. Do we have some good photos? I have a feeling he's not going to be the most poseable boy, just because Rhinox is a big lad. I am obviously dubiously cautious of what's going to break. I'd be concerned about those teeth on his chest getting like paint chips, to be honest. The chain guns, yeah, they look nice. They look like chain guns. Rhino mode will not be able to pose. Looking at him, the head looks like it'll move. The mouth will obviously move. The ears, you can move them. The rhino legs, it looks like they've got knee joints. At least the front ones do. I'm not sure about the back ones. If you want him to do like a running pose, that's not happening, chat. He ain't gonna be running anywhere. He's got those Danny Glover knees. He ain't going nowhere. He's too old for this shit. He's got the device. I know this is a reference to one episode because we've got a screenshot of it. I don't remember which one, but he's got that. Maybe it's the anal probe. He's got that. Cool. The rage face. Oh yeah, you can see it. He's got a slight grimace. If you just look at the faceplate, it's hard to tell what the difference would be, but when you look at it on the model, on the figure, you can see he's got more of a grimacy kind of look to him. Oh, he comes with a spark. You know, from that one scene where he talks about sparks and he got it in its hand and everything like that. Okay, that's neat. A big spark too. Huge. It's huge. Huge. Chat, do we think that Cheeto gun is actually being held in his hand, or do we think the Cheeto gun has been photoshopped into the hand? I think it's been photoshopped into the hand. I'm sure he can hold it, It just doesn't look quite right. Once again, glad I never did Masterpiece. I mean, you get to save yourself a lot of money, to be fair. $1,700? Neither. I'd buy other figures. No, Excel Hedge. I've got a gun to your head, and the money is in your hand. You have no choice. You must do these things. You have no options. No options. You must buy the things. Can't wait to hear what part of Rhinox breaks. That has the VOC probe scanner. Oh, that's what it was. VOC probe scanner. Okay. He also comes with a crotch girdle, I assume, for a stand of some sort, which is this translucent bit here. I'll stick into somewhere, I'm assuming. But yeah. Got him posing with the boys, with your boy. You can get Prime to ride him. You can see how poseable the Rhino mode is. He's got some big gaps in the Rhino mode. His panels are kind of wonky as hell, to be honest. No rat trap, though. No rat trap. They show his ass in the screenshots, in case you really wanted to see his little tail. It looks like the Rhino mode from the profile view is a little bit on the Pregnante side. The El Pregnante side. He's got a little bit of a... an undercarriage. He's not the cleanest Rhino, but obviously you're asking him to do a lot. So I'm not going to hold too much against the figure for that. I'm sure it will be a interesting experience transforming him. I'm sure. But yeah, I hope for everybody that's going to buy it, it's an okay figure. I hope nothing breaks on it, obviously. I wish you my luck. I wish you all the luck. Gun to my head, still neither. All right, I'm afraid your brains are going over the floor, Excel Hedge. Don't know where the spark comes from, though. It comes from the episode where Rhinox explains what sparks are. I can remember the shot in my head where he's like, the background is black, and it might even be space, and he's like almost a silhouette, and he like, the spark comes out of his hand, or out of his chest into his hands, or vice versa. He appears around the spark. One of the two. It's him doing a lore dump, which changed Transformers forever, which is nice. Yeah, there we go. Rhinox. Pee pee poo poo. Next up from Takara Tomy, we have a set that I can't imagine many people want, but maybe they do. It is the Beast Wars, a BWVS versus Series 08 Phantom Confrontation Ghost of Starscream. What a name. Versus Waspinator. So, this is a Waspinator figure and the Earthrise Starscream in clear plastic.
Wow.
Yeah. But not fully clear plastic. For some reason, his forearms and biceps are standard plastic. Huh. It's interesting. So, this is coming out in March next year, obviously. I can't tell how much of a redeco Waspinator has on him compared to other versions of Waspinator. I know he's different from the American version, obviously. He's a darker green. Still, though, the back of his head is translucent. Don't know why that's the case. They have put the Decepticon insignia there, if you can just about see it, which is interesting. I guess that's meant to show this is the possessed version of Waspinator. He looks a little darker, perhaps a bit metallic. So yeah, that's probably more what they're going for, metallic-y kind of color, but apart from that, it's not massive differences, I'd say. Kind of shrug my shoulders at that. I don't have much to say about this set, to be honest. It's just a translucent Starscream. Is that a new face for him? He's got the weird, like, this is the face that you usually see on Skywarps or Thundercrackers. They gave him the Pog face. For better or for worse. I don't know. There you go, Starscream, rock and roll. He's translucent. Japan loves their translucent figures, so, can't blame him. Maybe a more impressive set? I don't know. We have the Takara Tomy Transformers Dramatic Capture Series Nemesis Bridge with Shockwave, who's never on the Nemesis Bridge, at least in the show. Megatron and Soundwave. Oh boy. Well, Shockwave hasn't really ever been repainted apart from one time into Shockwave, so You know, they're doing something with the mold. He doesn't come with, if you wondered, no, he doesn't come with any of his bits to make him into the big Super Shockwave. We get a chair. Decepticon chair. That's cool. Megatron is, of course, the Earthrise mold, which is great because, you know, they never repainted this mold. Oi. No, boy. Oh, boy, this mold again. The mold that will not die. It will not die. I don't know if there's any other differences. It just looks like G1 painted Earthrise Megatron again. Jesus. Hard to tell if there's any major differences color scheme wise with the Shockwave. I actually thought they would have gone with just a full lavender color scheme on him. You know, because sometimes Takara's done that in the past. No, it seems like he's just a really, really super dark purple that he has been for the original Siege version. Soundwave, I'm guessing you'll need to help me out here, chat. Is this the Earthrise version of Soundwave? I'm guessing it must be because he turns into cassette deck. He has red eyes, if thou'st wondered. So he doesn't have the toy eyes, he has animation eyes. I'm not sure if there's anything else different. Laserbeak, I couldn't tell you if there's anything different here with Laserbeak. Yeah, this is the set. I don't know why. Unless it just wasn't available in Japan. Let's read the stuff. Set contains Siege Shockwave without his armor parts and with a cartoon accurate clean deco. Is it though? Is it though? Is it though? All right, if you say so. Earthrise Megatron, new cartoon deco, another clean deco. Yeah, okay, that seems... I won't fight on that. War for Cybertron. Oh, this is the Netflix Soundwave. I don't really know what that means with a lot of Soundwaves. The new premium deco seems to cover all the grey parts of the paint with silver paint. Comes with Laserbeak. Okay, that's not crazy. Megatron's Throne, the same accessory included in the Studio Series Leader Class Starscream. Wow! It's not even a new chair. It's a pilfered chair. The set is set for 16,500 yen, which is 111 US dollars, coming out in March. I don't think this is a great set. I don't think this is great unless this is specifically for Japanese fans that didn't get these figures. I think for an American market, a Western market, me personally, I don't think so. Mainly because these figures feel, apart from Shockwave, feel like they've been used way too many times. So I'm gonna say no. We do need the Starscream chair again. Yep, yeah, I guess we do. Everybody was crying for it. Shocker's alt mode barrel is done silver and no battle damage. I'm not sure that's a big improvement, but it is something, I suppose. We haven't had the Studio 86 Shockwave. I expect the one will be lavender and deco we want. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. I'm shocked we haven't been milked for him because he did appear in the movie. He actually had some speaking roles, so I'm sure he's coming. It was the Walmart one. Oh, okay, cool. Sculpted ASA tape deck, unlike the hover. Oh, yeah, I remember that. I couldn't remember, though, if Earthrise had just the tape deck Soundwave or not. I mean, the Netflix Soundwave hasn't been reissued and goes for £50. God damn. Holy shit. Okay, well, I guess this is the way to get that mold and two other figures you might not want, I guess. We also had clear images of the Legacy Unite Voyager Silverbolt. We had these images before, but they were messy, blurry as fuck. We won't spend too long on him because here it is. He's clear. He's looking good. Goodest boy, Bork superhero. Yep. He's a clean dude. Is his mouth open? No, I thought his like robot mouth opened. It doesn't. It doesn't look like it does. Looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Now, Studio Series Leader Bimblebee, movie Megatron. Possible first look. So we have an image or images of very close-up images of a prototype. He has blue head, blue arm, gray chest, black inner parts, and then blue groin. We did see people, they are showing the Rise of the Beasts box art image for the Megatron 2-in-1 two-step Transformer Megatron, if you remember that. I've got it on screen for those who can't see. I guess the guess is it's going to be based off that and going back and forth between them. Yep, looks like it. So if you wonder what this mold's going to look like, it's going to probably look like again, remember the 2-to-1-step Transformer Megatron from Rise of the Beasts. There was a Rise of the Beast Megatron. Yeah, it's this one. It's this one, Big D. The reason you didn't know about it was because, like I say, it's 2-to-1-step, so it's a nothing burger. It's one of those ones where you transforms and you're like, piss off, I don't care. No one cares about this. About that one. People might care about this one though, because it'll be a big boy transformer for, you know, the biggest of boys like ourselves. Hilarious though that he's a Voyager just like G1 Silverbell turns to be. That's true. But yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see what this figure looks like. Well, he's going to turn into a tank because it's Megatron these days. I won't like it because I'm not a big fan of this aesthetic, but for those wanting a new movie Megatron that's a little bit more G1, this might be your P's and Q's, your little apple and pears. I don't know. Tickle your plums. Now we delve into hell again, everybody, as Fortnite crosses over with Transformers pack reveal trailer. Let's play this, because I can play this on stream. I haven't watched this yet. We've got Bimblebee. And we've got someone jumping around killing 5-year-olds. There's a Megatron. Megatron going around killing 5-year-olds, which, that's fair. That's appropriate, I suppose. They've got giant insignias on the back. There is Blue Robot, who is, I guess, the exclusive robot for Fortnite. I don't know what his name is. How long is this video? Oh, Megatron gameplay. Oh, what's this one? Autobus de Combat. So I guess this is the Autobot Combat Bus. Oh, I think it's meant to be the Fortnite bus, but it's a Transformer. And then you can give him some weapons. And it's Fortnite. There's Bimblebee. He's got little buzz wings. The Bumblebee design's okay. It looks a bit too not cute for Bumblebee. I don't know. It's like they're trying to make him sexy for the ladies to like him, right? This is what that Bumblebee is. Why I would imagine like ladies who are really into Bumblebee would dream about. They'd be like, oh man, Bumblebee's so sexy. That's what he'd look like. Megatron gets his mace. That's neat. He also has a giant Decepticon insignia on his back as well, which is weird. What the fuck is that? Is that weird emote? It just jumped in the air and span around incredibly slowly. Alright, well, there you go. Fortnite continues to be cringe. Fantastic. Hey, look, we're on YouTube, guys. It's going to be coming out the 13th of October, so it's out now at select retailers. Digitally on the 20th, so 5 days from now if you want to buy digitally. The pack features Megatron, Bumblebee, and Battle Bus as a bot. And there we go. No God, only pain, only Fortnite. Fantastic. Megatron with the Decepticon backpack. I know, it's weird, right? It's like he's going to school for the first time. So, here's a weird one. Do you remember the anniversary movie G1 reissue toy line things? I guess they're getting scrapped, maybe? And getting replaced for this Transformers 40th Anniversary Retro Reissue Blaster and Soundwave official images. So, these will not be coming in what I had assumed would be the Studio Series reissued fancy G1 animated movie packs. You know, we had the Insecticons, Perceptor, Hound. I thought that we were going to be coming in those boxes. These are coming more in G1 styled OG boxes. But they're going to be colored more cartoony, I guess is the way you'd phrase it. Andy, do they have accurate heads to their cartoon counterparts? No. Nope, these are just the original toys with a slightly different color scheme. Big D says nice packaging. Yeah, the packaging's nice. I don't know why they changed the packaging when these things could have both gone into that movie line as well. Is it because they found out, oh, wait, it's the 40th anniversary, let's do something special? It seems like a weird choice to me. And again, I don't know, especially with Blaster, you want to do these like movie versions of them, the animated versions of them. I don't know, give them an animation head. I don't know. Not especially exciting in the new deco department. I mean, it's just the cartoon colors. You know. Now, I wouldn't mind getting these reissues for my niece. Yeah, I mean, if you're getting them for young kids, yeah. Cool, yeah. From a collector standpoint, I'm not quite sure whether, you know, unless you're collecting that line that I mentioned, I don't really see where these fit in. Would have been nice to give them both a full set of tapes. Oh, Big D, they're never going to do that. These are part of the molds. Ravage and Laserbeak are probably... No, well... Ravage and Laserbeak... Well, Laserbeak is, because Buzzsaw. Ravage would have been a separate one. Steeljaw came with Blaster, so... Steeljaw is an interesting choice, but we are getting him in 86, so sure, I guess. I don't understand what this 40th anniversary line is. You want to do a 40th anniversary... Do the Dinobots. The Dinobots have never been reissued. Do the Dinobots. Make them good quality reissues. 40th anniversary. Come on. Reissue Shockwave. You've never reissued G1 Shockwave. Reissue him. I've got the original, but shit, you know. I understand you'll never be able to reissue Jetfire, Skyfire. I understand that. I'd never ask for that. I'm not crazy, you know. But you could do those other ones. Maybe you couldn't do the Dinobots. Maybe you can't do Shockwave. Maybe there's stupid licensing stuff. Maybe that's the reason. I don't know. I desperately hope this means we'll get G1 Anime Astro Train that's affordable. The e-hobby one's out of reach. Oh god, yeah, that's a good point. To be fair, Kaz. Yeah, that wouldn't be a terrible idea. God, I remember when that e-hobby version came out, and it was expensive then. I can't imagine how much it is now. Dinobot gift set equals print money. Yeah, pretty much. Because you could redo them in their unproduced G2 colors too. You could even produce them in their standard crap G2 colors. It'd be pretty easy. People would buy them, most likely. Full set of movie tapes would have been great. Yeah, they were never going to do that though, unfortunately. You know it. I know it. Would never going to happen. Never going to happen. And the last story for tonight is TFCon October. In October. That's very soon. October 22nd, 20th to the 22nd in Orlando. They've got David Sobolofo. You know David Sobolov, voice actor extraordinaire. I think didn't we talk about this with Mikey last time on his last show? Either way, David Sobolov's going to be there. Pee pee poo poo. That's our news.
Wow.
Fantastic. Hang on, we'll press the other one.
You talk and you talk, but you have no gramba.
No gramba. There we go. The gramba is all done and dusted, chat. So I guess we can move on to what I did this week. I should probably have like a sound cue for what I did this week. So there's a good distinct separation. But I'm not musically inclined, so I'd need to find a clip of someone saying the stuff this week. I don't know. I'll figure something out. I'm real smart. Orange says, last I heard, the Dinobot molds were somewhere in their warehouse, and they don't feel like digging through decades of crap to get them. Wow, that's fucking lazy as shit. That's disappointing if that's the case. Dinobot reissues would be just Combiner Wars. I don't think they even have the OG molds anymore. According to Orange, they do. They just can't be asked to find them. And if that's the case, that's really annoying. Hasbro, lazy, never. I know, right? You could hire a, like Pixel Dan or Thu or any of the big YouTubers. You wouldn't even have to pay them money. You go to them, you go with one desk jockey at the Hasbro factory, you know, someone who doesn't do a huge amount, maybe they do paperwork or something, and you go, okay, you guys can go through our warehouse, can't take anything obviously, but you can go through and you can find these molds for us. Why would they do it? Because they could make a video out of it as well. Easy. You could just hire fans to do it. You just need to make sure they don't steal from you, obviously. All right. What have I done this week, boys? What have we done for fun? Well, I can talk about stuff that I got over the past 2 weeks, I suppose. I got a box of RID Warrior figures. So one of them was Blurb. Good old Blurb. Blurb's not too bad. I got these all from Private Spoon. I still got a few more things to pick up from Private Spoon. But Blur's not bad. Man, I'm really impressed with the Warrior RID range. I'm shocked how much I like them. There's definitely parts where I'm like, I wish you had a joint here. I wish you had a joint here. I wish joint had Blur had a waist joint. He doesn't. The only thing I'm not too fussed on with Blur is he's not this deep of a blue. It's not this deep kind of Blur blue colors. It's more, how would I describe the blue? It's kind of like the blue that you see in the ocean, like a really nice tropical blue where it's kind of like slightly green tint to it as well. Slight green tint to it rather than this baby blue. That's at least that's mine. I assume that's the case for everybody's. I don't think that's like degradation of the paint. But I wish there was a bit more separation in the colors. That would be another thing I'd like. There's a weird thing on the back of his like shins, right? Where there are little tiny holes put in. Like, not like damage to the figure or anything like that, but there are these tiny holes, and I'm not quite sure in the molding process why they're there, because they don't come out in the front. It's all in the back, and I don't get quite why. Shoulders are limited, obviously, because they're huge. He does have, like, the big shoulder syndrome of these kind of get in the way of everything. But he transforms nicely, tidies up quite well. Oddly enough, yes, this is a thing. This gun does not go fully into the hand without it feeling a tad scary. Does go into the other hand, fine, but one of the hands it just kind of struggles to get into. It's really weird. Wow, and that's already pale blue. Yeah, it's more of a greeny tinted blue than anything, Big D. They'd have to fly to Takara HQ in Japan, since that's where all the molds would be made. That would still be a hell of a YouTube video. They'd definitely do that. Since the Tomy merger, who knows what's left? That's a good point as well. Still, I bet it could happen. It's money, son. Guaranteed money. Blur, not bad. I like him. Not my favorite out of the box, but not bad. I bought the Adventures version of Scorponok, who's a lot more visually interesting. It's the same mold, obviously, but he's got a lot more of this dark green on him, which I like. It breaks up the brown a lot more. He's not as good in some ways. His legs are interesting because you can stretch them out. He has chicken legs in robot mode. You can fully stretch them out, but they're clearly not designed for that. You can feel that there's a little bit of looseness in the hinges because they want to be in this kind of chicken-legged mode. If they're not in that kind of mode, it gets they just don't feel as sturdy. They feel a little bit on the loosey-goosey side. Otherwise, a really interesting transformation. The fact that his shoulder pads are like the crab claws, the scorpion claws, and you kind of wiggle them down and around onto the forearms is interesting. It's maybe not a thing I'd like to see on a lot of Transformers. It's almost like parts forming, but the parts don't come off. It's kind of weird to describe, but you just unpeg them and they just kind of shuffle down and around and clamp on like gloves. It's interesting, and the Scorpion mode's really nice as well. The Scorpion mode, he's got a little mouth you can make wiggle. You can open his mouth up and down. Can't turn it or anything like that. The sword placement for the Scorpion mode is weird. It doesn't go under the stinger; it goes on top of the stinger. So it looks a bit on the awkward side, but yeah, I like him. Got a nice, unique body shape to him. He's got Beast Machine Cheeto legs, says XL Hedge. Kinda. He's not shit, though, like Beast Wars Cheetah. Sorry, Beast Machine's Cheetah. He's not shit. And the transformation, again, like all of these RID Warrior figures, really quick and fun and easy. And he looks better than this is the only Adventures figure I've got. The Adventure figures just don't pop up on eBay at all. And on Mandarake, they're not the easiest to find. And let's be fair, if I went on Mandarake, I'd need to use PayPal. Same for YouTube auctions. Yahoo auctions, and I just don't have PayPal, so I'm settling with the American ones. You do what you gotta do, baby. You do what you gotta do. Also in the box was Longhorn. No, Thunderhoof. His name's Thunderhoof, the tractor. I really, really like Thunderhoof. He's really fun. His tractor mode is obviously really unique because there's barely any tractor transformers. There's like Scrapper, but he's more of a construction excavator tractor thing, while this guy's obviously just a full-on farmer tractor thing. His transformation's quite fun as well. He tucks up nicely. Goes into the robot mode again pretty well. He's got a waist joint. That's cool. The only thing that really impedes his articulation is his shoulders are really big because they're big tractor wheels, so they kind of bounce into his head, antlers a little bit too much. But I just like the shape of him. He's, like I say, really fun to transform and put together. He's shockingly good. Now, obviously the Japanese version again is better. You can fix these with repro labels, which I'm probably gonna have to do in the future. But yeah, Thunderhoof, really good. Shockingly good. And the other one that I got from Private Spoon was Fracture, who again, I really like. He's missing a waist joint. Yeah, he could definitely do with that. I don't like the way that his hands are sculpted. He doesn't have fists. He has like the open pimp hand, slap hands, which always look a bit awkward when, on the stream, he's holding his gun. But because he's got the pimp hands, it doesn't quite look right. It looks a bit on the weird and wonky side. It doesn't look great there. In terms of transformation, though, yeah, it's really fun. It's simple and fun. That's what all the Warriors seem to be. Simple, fun, solid Transformers. It does look a little bit like from the RID line onwards. Excuse me, when they move into the deluxe line, they don't look as good as these Warriors. There's more ball joints on them. There's not a huge amount of ball joints on these guys. Scorponok has a few ball joints. Blast Area? Yeah, I've got the Bludgeon, but it's the repaint of Bludgeon. I haven't got his image up on screen. And the Bludgeon figure's really good. I'm going to have to get the standard Bludgeon. Because the mold's really fun. He's got a few... Yeah, there's way more ball joints on the newer figures than there are here. And Fracture, again, transforms into a really cool bike. The only thing that I'd add, if I could, is if you could swing the wheels round into the back of the legs. We saw that in the future, but that would require more parts and stuff. It wouldn't do much for, like, the side of the legs, because it would kind of thin them out, but it'd just get them out the way, It might look a little bit nicer. But again, the kind of figure it is, yeah, I can't complain too much. It's really cool, though. It's really cool. I have bought... I was dumb, and I've got Soundwave, and I've got Storm Shock coming to me. I was able to bully a seller down a little bit. It's still quite expensive. They're coming to me. They'll be next week, I would imagine, at some point. They're going to be coming through. And in terms of media, I got volume 13 of the Deluxe Berserk. So I've read that. I've read volume 12. I'm now pretty much up to date. The only deluxe volume I'm missing is 14, which is out on the 22nd of November. Man, Berserk's good, boys. If you haven't read Berserk, it's a little rough. Some people can't handle reading Berserk because it gets a bit extreme. Man, it's good. Volume 12 was a little bit meh. Half of the book was really good. The other half was kind of boring. The other half, the boring part, was the big gap, basically, between Miura doing stuff, taking a break, and then coming back to do work on it. It's like a 10-year gap where they were sailing up, where the team was sailing off to Elfheim, the elves' land. They fought a sea god, and they fought pirates, and that stuff was just kind of meh. It wasn't bad. It's just very meh, especially compared to like when you start volume 13, where you've got the beginning of the Fantasia arc, where you go to Falconia, the city Griffith has built. Man, the stuff between him and Rickett was great. It was so good. It was so interesting. And now Rickett's off on his own little journey with the Bakiraka. Off to the Bakiraka village. That's really cool and interesting. The team gets to Elfheim and they start piecing Casca's broken mind back together. I don't know how that turns out because it ends on a oh dear, here we go kind of thing. But yeah, man, Berserk slaps. It slaps hard. It's really fucking good. That's right. I did read the Transformers comic this week. Gruff bullied me into it. He bullied me into it. He said, "Oh, Andy, have you read the Transformers comic yet?" From whoever. And I was like, "No, not yet." And he's like, "Well, here you go." And he sent it to me. And I was like, "Oh, I've just read Berserker. If I don't want to do this." I read it. I didn't think it was very good. I thought it was, like, at best, fine. I think the original G1 episodes of More Than Meets the Eye do that better than the comic does. That first issue better than the comic does. I found them doing wrestling moves to each other really cringy. I know some people will enjoy that, but seeing like Optimus Prime German suplex Starscream to me it seems stupid. It seems really fucking dumb. I don't begrudge you if you like that at all. I just don't like it. I think it looks dumb. The art style I'm not a big fan of either. It's not bad art. It's just it rubs me the wrong way. I'm gonna keep reading it, but I wouldn't. Mikey was a lot more generous than I was to it. I saw if you look at Mikey's Twitter, you'll find like he gave it a kind of okayish mark. I'm much less forgiving. It felt too dream wavy for me. Big D says fair, and Shades of Dreamwave where Starscream and Jetfire were suplexing and DDTing each other. Yeah, that was it. I forget. Thank you for reminding me. The fact that the humans accidentally find the Ark, I don't mind. That's fine. The problem I had was Jetfire just zooms into the base, transforms, and starts just talking to himself very loudly, dropping exposition. How often do you go into a room and just drop exposition? I do, because I'm alone, so I talk to myself quite frequently. But it's not often that I go into a room and I go, "Well, it's been 5,000 years since I've been into this closet. If I don't do this, then blah 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 blah." It just felt stilted. It felt like weird dialogue, a weird dialogue choice, which I wasn't a fan of. I see a lot of people are loving it, and I'm like, "Oh, okay. It might get better. It might get better. Who knows?" Was there anything else? I finished playing... What did I finish playing? Oh, I finished playing Signalis, a horror game. Pretty good horror game. One of those... It's one of those games where I would recommend looking at a lore video. You finish and you're like, what the fuck did I just play? I don't know what happened. That's Signalis. I've put the trailer on screen, so if you wondered, this is the kind of game it is. It's pixel kind of graphics, old school looking, plays like a Resident Evil game, like with tank controls and stuff like that. Isometric perspective, so you've got fixed cameras, but they're not shit fixed cameras like in the old Resident Evil games. Very interesting. I knew it would be an interesting game where one of the first things you do is you pick up a copy of The King in Yellow. I was like, hang on a tick. What's going on here? How significant is that? You have limited inventory as well. It is survival horror. It's you will want to look at a video explaining what the fuck you just watched or played if you get this game. But it's neat. And it's not expensive either because it's a what do you call it? It's an indie game. So it's like, yeah, Signalis. It was pretty fun. Pretty fun game. Not too bad at all. There you go. That's as much as you need. I also picked up Lords of the Fallen. Playing that on stream now. It's it's the new Dark Souls experience. It's good. Still getting used to it. It feels like if you're just gonna go into it. I see a lot of people complaining in like discussions and stuff, going, "This game fucking shit. You can't do co-op. It sold itself on co-op." Granted, it did sell itself on a full co-op experience, and the co-op day one has been a bit ropey, I hear. I don't know who the fuck is buying a Souls-like game for a co-op experience. I'm sure there are clearly people, because there are a lot of angry people about it, but for me, I'm like, who wants to play with people? That's fucking cringe. Play alone, baby. No friends company here. Woo woo, hell yeah. Sorry, I should go.
Wow.
Yeah, no friends for me. But I'm getting used to it. I'm playing. I've created a character called Bumble Snuff, the pyromantic cultist wizard lady. Bumble Snuff is struggling a little bit early game. I think I remember seeing like videos and stuff saying that the pyromantic cultist starts in a little bit of a rough position because there are things that have strengths against your pyromantic, and I haven't found any new fire spells. I haven't found a blacksmith so I can upgrade my little hand. My hand that I wave at people and fireballs come out of it. I don't know why. But it's got some interesting mechanics with the lantern, which lets you see into another world, and it's like the Shadow Realm in Yu-Gi-Oh! You can kill yourself and lose. You have 2 lives, like in Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. If you die once, you will respawn in the Shadow World. So it's like your world, but it's like a creepy version of it. So it's like going to the south in the UK. It's like the north, but crap. So there's your example. But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. If you want to come and watch me play, you can, if you come over to Twitch or YouTube, you can come and watch me play the game on the evening. I'm just saying. If you're so inclined. That'd be cool. We could shake hands. I could be like, hey, it's the dude who likes to watch my thingamaboobs. All that jazz. But that's all that we've got time for this week. I don't think I've done anything else apart from buy a fuck ton of Ziploc bags and pack away my Gundam model kits. I was doing a Big D. Because Big D was doing his clean out. I was like, you know what? I should start packing away some Gundams because I've just got them literally in boxes upstairs in a room. And how do you clean? You make more of a mess. You need to make more of a mess before you can start cleaning. So that's what I've been doing. I've been Ziploc bagging. I need to go through and get some more Ziploc bags as well, just to tidy the house up and get stuff put into big old storage containers. I'll tell you, Big D, there are some really shit storage containers. I don't like the ones I've got from Wilco's. That's why the Gundams are going in them. I'm going to have to find one with good, solid locking mechanisms to them. I think you can get some good ones from Asda. I'm going to have to check. Either way, thanks everybody for coming on by to Moonbase 2 Poopcast with me, Andy. Excuse me, Decade Andy. You want to find me? I'm on Decade Andy on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, We're on the Moonbase 2 forums, Twitter, iTunes, Facebook, Libsyn. We're also on patreon.com/moonbase2. You can contact us on Moonbase2 on Twitter as well, or X or whatever. I've set up a Blue Ski, whatever the fuck it's called. I'm probably not going to do anything with it because I find managing 2 social media accounts enough. I don't need to try and handle a 3rd social media because I just don't like social media in general. I'd rather do anything else. But I'm trying to do stuff there. But we've got Blue Sky set up just in case Twitter explodes. People keep saying Twitter's gonna die. Twitter's gonna die. You know what these people who keep saying Twitter's gonna die are? They're the people who say the world's gonna end. They're the exact same people. They never give a date. Give me a date. Give me a date when Twitter's gonna die. Tell me when. It's like, do you remember the planet Earth was going to end in 1997 because of Terminator. It's going to end in 2000 because of the Y2K bug. It's going to end because of the meteorite. It's like, when? Give me a date so I can just prove you wrong. That's why it feels like every time I see somebody going, I'm doing this for when Twitter explodes. I'm like, you keep saying when. Like, Twitter died in 2012, bro. It's still slumping along. Again, if you have a problem with Twitter, I think it's a you problem. And I'll explain why. You can make your Twitter experience much better by blocking friends who post anything political. Get rid of anything political from your feed. Replace, every time you see a political post, mute that person and go and deliberately find yourself like a cute dog or a cute cat or a cute animal Twitter account that just posts that stuff. Follow that instead. You will have an infinitely better time on Twitter. Anyone, even if they're your best friend, as soon as you see something political, mute. You'll have a much better time. I swear to God, I promise you. The less politics that you see, the happier you are, because it's just a fucking nightmare. And there are definitely some accounts where it's like, oh, I'm here for the Transformers pick, and they give a political take, and I'm just like, I'm not here for your political take. I'm here to look at cool transforming robots, please. Please, I'm begging you. But that's just my opinion. You can use your social media or whatever you like. It's all good. Anyway, if you have questions, you can send them to the usual places. If you have sent them to a place that Mikey controls, let me know through another means. Did Twitter, did Facebook, emails, maybe the Moonbase 2 emails is probably the one thing I'll need to check, get from Mikey. I'm not sure. Either way, That's it. I've gone on longer than it should. Thanks everybody for coming on by. Remember, we'll be here 8 o'clock. I did put up a poll on Twitter and everybody voted to keep it the same time. So it's going to be the same time, 8 o'clock in the evening, UK time. Moonbase 2 next week, talking about news. Maybe I'll get somebody on, maybe I won't. See how it goes. Until then, thanks everybody for coming on by. Remember, dead on the inside, dead on the outside. And until next time, I'll see you suckers next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Yeah.